XRP was once the underdog, now poised for a major comeback. While Bitcoin and Ethereum still headlines, XRP is quietly gearing up for something big. From major acquisitions to ETF launches and bullish technical signals, here's what you need to know in this video about the future of XRP. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Zach. If you haven't done so already, make sure right now to hit that subscribe button. I'm here every single day for you guys grinding. And it's crazy because 50% of the people who watch these videos, they don't subscribe and they don't hit the like button. Guys, it's totally free to do both. I'm here for you. We're rocking this thing. We're grinding every single day. So if you guys have been in XRP for a little while, you know XRP has been through it all, from regulatory lawsuits to market crashes, delistings, and yet it's still standing stronger, actually, than it was before. The SEC case is basically behind us. They're just dotting I's, crossing T's. And now Ripple is laser focused on expanding its global payments network, getting into the tokenization of real world assets. And that's not just good news, it's a green light. Now, I want to talk about some big institutional moves as well that recently were made, why these are so relevant. But before we get into it, you know, I talked to you guys a lot about my trading indicator, right? And so you have nothing to lose. And I just want to show you guys how this works so you guys can see for yourself exactly what's going on here. So this is BitTensor Tau on the 4-hour chart. I love to trade on the 4-hour chart. BitTensor Tau has been an amazing asset to trade. So if you go back right here where it says momentum up, back on Tuesday, April 8th, this was your entry point. See the momentum up signal? This was a buy signal using XT Algo at $2.14. Look where we are right now. We're at 263.5. That is a 24% move to the upside. So that means putting $1,000 into Tau, essentially you made 250 bucks just by following this indicator. Now, doesn't sound like a lot, but if you could do this all the time, wouldn't that be nice? Well, you can. And I mean, here's even a better example on the 4-hour. This is Lofi, okay? Lofi is a SWE project. They, in the last 7 days, have went up 167%. 167%. $1,000 in gets you $1,670 out profit, right? Right now, if you were to take your profits. This is what I'm talking about, guys. There's the momentum up signal right at the 4-hour chart. Boom, 167% move. This could change your whole trajectory. This could change your entire way that you trade and make money in crypto. It's xtalgo.com, 30-day money back guarantee, $1 a day gets you started. You have nothing to lose. Guys, I walk you through how to use it. Check it out. Links down below. And I know you're going to absolutely love it. Now, coming back to the market and XRP, we talked about some major acquisitions. We're sitting here at 208. We're hanging in the balance. But we got to get into what's going on with some of these bigger institutional moves with XRP. So let's talk 1.25 billion. This was the acquisition of Hidden Road. This isn't just some tech flex, right? Like, this is a huge power play to bridge crypto and traditional finance. And over in Asia, recently we just got news that Ripple-backed Hashkey Capital just launched the first XRP tracker fund. That means institutional money is lining up for exposure. So this isn't hype. This is regulated access to XRP, the kind that makes Wall Street start paying a lot of attention. Now, technically speaking, XRP might be on the verge of a golden cross. This is a bullish indicator that's historically led to major price rallies. We've referenced this before. It's a very similar setup right now to where XRP was back in 2017. But there's also talk of a rising wedge, which could pull us back to the 160 level in the short term before we take a major move to the upside. So if we're looking at this 1 year kind of relative pattern here for XRP, you guys can see it's held up pretty well compared to the rest of the market. Sure, we popped up to like 330 at our peak, but we're still under all-time highs. We're still 46% down and away from $3.84, which is our all-time high set back in 2018. So there's still a lot of room for XRP to move here. And I think, when you look at XRP, this is where a lot of money and capital is going to flow back when we get into, a good environment. Whale activity in early April actually showed some big players exiting and taking profits, but I think a lot of that was fear. But some of that's profit taking too. You got to keep in mind, a lot of these XRP whales, they've been in it for multi years. They got into XRP sub 10 cents, right? But with ETFs launching, Ripple's expanding partnerships, and global remittance corridors opening up, XRP could easily become the backbone of international payments. Some analysts are eyeing $3+ in the short term, even $4.50, but $7 to $10 if XRP becomes part of a broader ETF listings globally, which I think will happen, and when liquidity comes back in the market. And if Ripple continues to win in the regulatory and business arenas, we could be talking about XRP overtaking Ethereum. So the future of XRP is looking brighter than ever. But as always, it's a long game, guys. And if you're watching it unfold, it's all about positioning yourself for it. And that's why I was kind of talking about, taking some of these trades along the way, like BitTensor Tau and Lofi, using my trading indicator, because this can allow you to then stack your high conviction plays. So smash that like button if you're riding the XRP wave. Subscribe down below. Comment down below with your long-term price predictions. And don't forget to lock in, because XRP is here to stay, and it is finally getting ready to be unlocked. And with that, I'm Zach Humphries. I'll catch you guys in the next video.